Hayes Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number 26 of the 2022 Hayes Larks season. It's another matchup between the Dodge City A's and the Hayes Larks. Tanner Rice leads things off with a single to left field and is now a two-game hitting streak. Larks in this game 19-6. They are 12-3 in league play. In second place, just 2 games back from the Liberal BJs. They're riding a 3-game win streak and have won 6 of their last 7. At the plate, Jack Terosian out of Hutchinson Community College is the newest member of the Creighton Blue Jays, announcing his commitment today. So he'll stay in the neck of the woods of Kansas, but go just a little bit north and go back home to his home state of Nebraska. 0-1 count here to Terosian. Terosian getting the start in right field tonight and batting second in the order. He has Hutchison on deck with LaRue in the hole for the Hayes Larks. Call strike 2. Larks 3-1 against the Dodge City A's this year. 2-0 here at Cavalier Field in Dodge City. So Larks' last game of visiting action, they played 4 in Colorado, now 1 in Dodge, and will be back in Larks Park on Friday. Ground ball goes to the second baseman, Toby, who gets Rice out at second. But Terosian will be safe at first base on the fielder's choice. 1 away for Palmer Hutchison, getting the start at third base and in the 3-hole today. He's a Hayes, Kansas native and really started at the 5-6 spot in the order throughout the season, but has seen quite a bit of action at the 3 spot over the past week or so. Speed from Tyson Pereira will miss the zone inside 1-0 counts. Pereira on the mound, 1-2 this year through 4 appearances. This is his 5th, and all of them have been starts for the Dodge City A's. Terosian at first base. 1-0 count here to Hutchison. Terosian not running. This one will be called a strike. 1-1 count to the third baseman out of Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Hutchison this season batting .310 with a .389 on base percentage, while slugging .679. He's picked up 26 hits and 84 at bats. Game number 89 in his Larks career. Played in 2 in 2019, 28 in 2020, then 36 last year. This is 23rd in his career. Terosian's taken off on the 1-2 pitch. Hutchison grounds it to the left side, but foul will stay 1-2 and put Terosian back on first base. LaRue on deck, Dylan Drowling in the hole for the Larks. Dodge City comes in this game 10-14 on the season. They're 7-8 in league play. They're sitting in fourth place, 7 games back from the Liberal BJs. They have dropped 5 of their last 6, including a last one against the Liberal BJs, where the Liberal BJs at home walked them off on a 2-run shot. 1-2 count. Pereira, the righty, will deliver from the stretch. No running this time from Tarosian as the pitch misses outside. 2-2 counts. Hutchison in the last game went 1 for 3 against the Colorado Springs Outlaws, scoring 3 times, and the 11-0 run rule for the Larks on 4th of July. Check over at Tarosian. Ramirez has to dive over Tarosian to hold on to the ball, but he saves a throwing error, and Tarosian stands up at first base. Tyson Pereira making appearance number 5 on the year, his second against the Larks. Tarosian takes off, hit and run action. The 2-2 pitch is going to be lined to left field, but it will be foul. Hutchison almost got extra bases right there, and with Tarosian's speed, if that one was in fair territory, it might have been able to score him as he was taken off from first base. Pereira pitched against the Larks on the 28th in Hayes. Threw 6 innings in the start, got a no decision, gave up 6 hits, 5 earned runs, walking 2, striking out 5. Runner on first, 1 away. Tarosian starts to take off, holds up, and Hutchison will go down on a questionable call over the outside part of the plate, and will be out number 2 here of the first inning. 2 outs for LaRue with Tarosian at first base. LaRue again at that cleanup spot for the Larks. He's out of Houston Baptist. 6'2 junior, batted at .307 while he was there, and this season with the Larks is putting up great numbers. He's currently batting .416 with a .455 OBP. He is second on the team in OPS behind Dylan Dreiling with a 1.19 on base plus slugging. He sends this one into center field as Tarosian was running for second, but will fly out to Sandoval in center. Larks get a leadoff single from Tanner Rice, but will leave Tarosian on base after the fielder's choice. To the bottom half we go, no score here in Dodge. Bottom of the first from Dodge City. Cades Brown's First pitch will be above the letters here. Larks got one hit, left a runner on. No walks in the inning in the top half. 1-0 count here to leadoff man Matthew Sandoval, the center fielder who recorded the last out of the first inning, getting a line out of Tyler Rue. 2 balls, no strikes here to Sandoval. Toby on deck, Ramirez in the hole for the Dodge City A's. Cade Brown delivers. This one's grounded to Jaslove. Lets it bounce a couple times in front of him. Throws to first. LaRue gets it in time for the first out of the ball game for the Larks defense. Let's check out that Larks defense right now. In left field, we got Dylan Drying with Jeminian in center next to him. Terosian in right. LaRue back at first base. Tanner Rice standing at second. Jazz at short. Hutchison again at third base. And Jackson Halter is tonight's starting catcher. Takes us to Tyler Toby, the second baseman, the 2-hole. Out of Delta College, he's a California native going up against Franklin, Tennessee native. 0-1 count. Cade Brown, a 6'4" redshirt junior for the Oklahoma Sooners, getting his first start of the season for the Larks. 0-1 grounded up the middle. Jaslove not going to be able to get to this one. It bounces off the grass, takes a weird hop to Jeminian, and it'll be a 1-out single for Toby. It's a 3-hole. Artie Ramirez is the first baseman out of UT Arlington. 1 out, runner at first in the bottom of the first in a scoreless ball game here at Cavalier Field in Dodge City. Cade's 4th appearance, his first start. He's thrown 3 innings before this, striking out 2, walking 1, giving up 5 hits, 2 earned runs, so he comes in this game with a 6 flat ERA. First pitch to Ramirez will miss the zone, 1-0 count to the UTA Maverick. Brown's last outing was against the Dodge City A's on the 28th. Pitched 1 inning, and it was the 9th, got his first and only save of the season, giving up just 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Well, it's his first start of the season for the Larks. It's his 6th career starts. He made 15 appearances last year, 5 of them starts, going 4-1. His 2 career saves as a Lark, 1 this year, 1 last year. 1-1 delivery. The appeal unsuccessful. 2-1 goes the counts. So it's been a minute since Cade got a pitch, and it's been a minute since he's been out of the lineup, or in the lineup, because Larks were planning on using him in the bullpen out in Colorado. Then we had a few run rules and just didn't get to see him on the bump, so he's getting the start today. Working with the 2-1 count here against Ramirez. Delivers from the stretch. Nice pitch, won't catch the outside corner, just missed it. 3-1. Dodge City looking for a win here. They've lost 5 of their last 6 games. And they've lost 2 straight against the Larks. This one's well struck to left field, but it will be foul. Dodge City can't believe that it wasn't a fair call, but it was a very delayed call. Woodruff goes to argue with the umpire. The field umpire is talking to Tyler Toby, who was at first base before the swing. Palmer Hutchison at third base was initially signaling that it was foul, so was Dylan Dryling in left field. So we will stay with this at bat. It's a 3-2 counts. Larks 3-1 in the month of July. They were out to a hot start last year. In this month, starting off the month of July, 14-0. It was 14 straight wins was their longest of the season. We went all the way until July 23rd before the Larks picked up their first loss of the month. We picked up our first loss of July on July 1st, but then won the next 3 in Colorado, beating the Collegians, the Rough Riders, and the Outlaws. On the pay-up pitch, Brown walks his second of the season and his 11th as a Lark. 2 on, 1 out in the bottom of the first. Brown's throw home, grounded to the first baseman LaRue. The throw to Jazz. Love goes wide to the shortstop. Rolls into left field. Dylan Dreiling will not throw home. Hutchison cuts it off in the air. Allows a run to score. The Dodge City A's take the lead here. Toby scores. Ramirez goes to second. Klinowski safe at first base. Will not be an RBI for Klinowski, but helps his team get the lead. Rubio Duran at the plate, a Dodge City native, goes to Dodge City Community College and will stay at the Conquistadors field for the summer. Larks' last game against the Dodge City A's was a 6-5 victory. It was a 2-hit effort from Hutchison and LaRue. Rawson picked up a couple of walks, LaRue with a couple of RBIs. Hunter Marshall 6 innings in the starts and helped the Larks get the win. They took the lead in the 9th inning, so Marshall wasn't able to get the win, even though he went 6 innings. Preston Tabor got the win, thrown the 7th and 8th, and Cade Brown came in and closed out the game. That was a tough bomb the 9th. Not necessarily for Brown. He looked good, only allowed 1 hit and a walk, and no runs scored, but he had a 2-2 count. Struck out the guy on the 2-2. Umpire said there was a ball, and everybody was wearing a blue uniform. The Larks couldn't believe the call. Brown even was complaining about it, and that dude never complains. But then the next pitch, Cade Brown got the guy out and left the tying run at third base, the go-ahead run at second base. 0-2 count here to the 5th batter of the inning. It's the catcher, Duran. 0-2 count, 1 away, 2 on. Now, air proves constantly. Could have been the end of the inning. We're looking for a 3-6-1 double play. Instead, it's an air from LaRue. Toby was able to get all the way around and score from second. Time is called before Brown can deliver the 1-2. Last year for the Larks on the bump, Brown 15 appearances, 5 starts, going 4-1 with a 3.06 ERA. Was second on the team in strikeouts with 55 of them. Just had 14 earned runs. The 1-2 home, chop to the left side. Hutchison goes for it, gets it to Rice at second. Rice decides to hold up on the throw. So Duran will reach on back-to-back fielders' choices. Now we have runners on the corners. Klinowski out on the play. Ramirez goes to third. Courtesy runner for the Dodge City A's is Israel out of Duke University, North Carolina. He's a California native. Courtesy ran against the Larks on the 28th. And we'll bring the 6th batter of the inning to the plate, Brennan O'Sullivan, the third baseman. Brown just misses on the heater. 1-0. Brennan O'Sullivan out of San Joaquin Delta College. He's a Pleasanton, California native. Called strike. Not sure where that one was much differently located than the previous one, but this time it goes in favor of Brown. This inning for Dodge City, a ground out, a single, a walk, and then back-to-back fielders' choices. Runners on the corners, 2 outs, 1-1 count, a 1-0 ball game in favor of the home team. Brown goes outside again, doesn't get the call this time, 2-1 with the counts. Larks off tomorrow after having yesterday off as well, and then we will start a 3-game series against the Colorado Springs Outlaws. Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Larks Park, all first pitches at 7 p.m. Catch them all right here on Larks Network or come down to the park. 3-1 counts. Israel steals second base. No throw from Halter. Not one to allow Ramirez to score in from third base. Two in scoring position, 2 outs. Hitter's count delivery going to be lined over the head of Jaslov. Drops in left center field. Drowning gets to it. Rounding home for home is Israel, and he scores the 3rd run of the ball game for the Dodge City A's. It's a 2-run single for O'Sullivan. The Dodge City A's up quick by 3. So that error, it keeps the inning alive, and since then Dodge has scored 3 runs. Michael Weiner to the plate, the 7th spot on the order, and is playing in left field today.
Please get those foul balls back to the concession stand, and they will give you $1.
O'Sullivan now with 21 RBIs on the season for A's. That's second on the team behind Kyle Morrell, who's out of the lineup today. 0-1 home from Brown will miss the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball goes to Rice. Was in a good position to get to it and throws to first in time to end the first inning. Dodge City puts up 3 runs off of 2 hits and a walk and a error from the Larks. To the second inning we go is 3-0 Dodge City. Top of inning number 2, Drowning, the left fielder, batting 5th in the order, will lead things off. His first pitch from Pereira will miss his zone, 1-0. Drowning this year against the Dodge City A's has played in just 1 game because he missed the last series with a hamstring injury. So he is 1 for 4 with a run scored, also stole a base against him. 1-1 count here to the left fielder. Jaslov on deck, Halter in the hole for the Larks. 2-1 as Pereira's off speed will miss outside.
Me too. I had a feeling because he posted twice about K-State.
Yeah. As soon as Dylan can say the dynamic.
His last start was against these Larks on the
2-1 home. Called strike. Pereira 21 innings this year. He is 1-2, giving up 25 hits, 12 earned runs, 11 walks, striking out 24, including Palmer Hutchison in this game. Doesn't get the called strike here to end Drowning's at bat, so we'll go 3-2 and get a payoff pitch. Her shakes off. Duran, the catcher, Goes from the windup. Payoff pitch home off speed. Dreiling takes it off the inside of his bat. Pumps it up to the third baseman O'Sullivan. And 3 straight Larks have been retired. 1 away in the top of the second. Base is empty for Austin Jaslove. So good pitch from Pereira. Dreiling wasn't able to barrel it up and takes us to his future teammate at Tennessee. Jaslove this year against the Dodge City A's, 9 hits and 20 at-bats. He's driven in a team-leading 6 against him. Also leads the team with those 9 hits, scored 4 runs. One of those hits, a grand slam. He has 3 multi-hit games, a 2-hit game, a 3-hit game, and a 4-hit game. Has also stolen a base against the Dodge City A's. Checks his swing and lines it to Toby. It bounces in front of him, and the throw to first in time. So unfortunate for Jaslove. Pitch he didn't once. Wound up grounding out to the middle of the infield. 2 away as we go to the third batter of the inning, Jackson Halter. Batting 7th yet again. It seems like when he is in the order, he is at that 7th spot for the Larks. Had a really good game against the Colorado Rough Riders. Had a 2-home run effort in his last game at the plate. Swings and misses in this one, 0-1. It was a 5-hit day on the third for Halter and 6 at-bats. 2 singles, a double, 2 home runs. He scored 3 times and drove in 4 runs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pereira, the Elk Grove, California native, grounds this. Sees Halter ground this down the third base line. Foul 1-2. He's retired 4 in a row. Would like to make it 5 here with Halter. Larks 1 hit, no walks, no runs. Left 1 on base in inning number 1. 1-2 inside. Good high from Halter. Dodge City dugout thought that should have been the second strikeout of the day for Pereira. He struck out 24 through now 22 2/3. 2-2 home. Halter reaches for 1, sends it into left center field. Running for it is Sandoval. He holds up and will get the out in left center field. Larks go in order in the second off of a pop up, a ground out, and a fly out. So the bottom half we go. We trail by 3. Umbrellas out as the rain starts to come down here in Dodge. Cade Brown back to the mound for the second inning. Misses outside to Angelo Zazzarino.
I lost it off the bat. I thought it was foul, but I mean.
1-0 count, check swing, he holds up. Larks don't appeal as the pitch misses outside. 2-0 count. Umpire now holds up 1-1. Dembo on deck, Sandoval in the hole. 1-1 grounded to Cade Brown. He comes off the mound, tosses underhand to fellow first baseman Tyler Rue. Those two have split action at first base this season. And we have our first out of the second inning. Back-to-back groundouts for Cade Brown on the mound. Takes us to bottom of the order. Brock Dembo, the shortstop, out of Santa Ana College. He's a Cali native. Last year, Cade's Larks bio read that he was from Cardiff, California. This year, wanted to be announced as from Franklin, Tennessee. Check swing, good pitch, strike one. Cade Brown, 32 innings last year, walked just 10 guys. Was tied for the most appearances with 15 of them. Second in saves and second in strikeouts. 0-1 home, misses off the turf. 1-1 goes the counts. Dembo this season, this is game number 20. He's batting .204. Has picked up just 11 hits and 54 at-bats. 1-1 home. He's timing way off on this swing. 1-2 goes the counts. In inning number 1, Dodge picked up a couple of hits, a walk. They scored 3 and left 1 on. One away, base is empty in the bottom of the second. Larks down 3-0. Foul ball. We keep the at-bat going. Sandoval on deck. Toby in the hole for the Dodge City Ace. Game 5 of 6 against Dodge this season. We'll have one more back at Larks Park, and then that'll be it. The first time these two teams have met since 2019. Fouling off again. Larks 3-1 against Dodge this season, 2-0 at this park. Larks went in order in the top half of this inning. From Dreiling, Jaslove, and Halter, 5 through 7 in the order. Two balls, two strikes as the rain continues to come down here in Dodge City. Larks fans, you can see the social media handles on your screen: Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to check them all out. Stay up to date with all things Larks baseball all summer long. 2's delivery home, popped to the right side. LaRue jogs for a second, realizes it's going to miss plenty out of play. We'll go 2-2. Brown now at 34 pitches. He's given up 2 hits. 3 runs have scored, but not a single one has been earned for him. No strikeouts, a walk for him on the day as well. 2-2 again. This one will miss the zone. 3-2. Dembo working a really good at bat here at the bottom of the order. Dodge looking to get out of the slump. Larks looking to stay hot as we get a ground ball to Jaslove. And in time to first base, but it pulled LaRue off the bag. Larks have some trouble fielding today. E6 for Austin Jaslove. LaRue and Jazz each with an error. So runner at first. One away as we go to the top of the order. Sandoval, who grounded out to Austin Jaslove for the first out at the bottom of the first. Jaslove with the 7th error of the season. He's leading the team, but he's played in a lot of games. Leads the team in total chances behind LaRue, but LaRue's been at first base a lot of the games. Jaslove fielding .936 this season. Rawson, Tarosian, and Jeminian, the 3 Larks with perfect fielding percentages. 1-1 count here to the top of the order. delivery fouled off Halter. 1-2 with the count. Two for the Larks in the third inning will be Jiminian, Lukart, and Rice. 8, 9, and 1 hitters. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hayes up by 3. Runner takes off. The 1-2 home will miss the zone. The throw down to second. Not in time. Inning-ending double play off the table as Dimbo is safe at second base. Second stolen base on the day for the Dodge Days. The first with a throw down. Sandoval batted second the last time these two teams met. He went 1 for 4 in the effort, scoring 2. Also picked up a walk. 2-2 home from Brown, popped into left field. Dylan Dreiling drifts in, gets under it, and gets out number 2 out in left field. Two-way runner at second in the second inning. Toby, the second baseman, to the box. He singled in the first inning and scored the first of 3 runs for the Dodge City A's. He batted 6 against the Larks on the 28th, went 1 for 5, striking out and scoring a run. It was a 6-5 victory for the Larks. The game before that was on Sunday. We had a Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday series against them, home and away. Sunday was in Dodge. Larks won at 9-3 after losing to them on the 25th, 4-2. First meeting between the two teams, Larks won it pretty easily, 10-3. No reason to be nervous if you're a Larks fan. There is a lot of game to be played, and the Larks get hot around the middle of the game. 1-0 pitch grounded to Tanner Rice at second base, and he will throw to LaRue in time. Cade Brown keeps him off the board in the second. To the third we go. Hayes trails by 3. Top inning number 3, Leo Jiminian. The 8-hole will lead things off. It's his last game for the Larks for a while. He's headed to Belgium on Friday to go and participate in the European Championships for his native country of France. So a big moment for Leo to help his home country qualify for the World Baseball Classic. He grounds this one to the shortstop, Denbo. The throw gets away from Ramirez, but Jiminian would have been safe anyway, and he slides into second base on the errant throw. Jiminian back in the hit column and stands in scoring position with nobody out in inning number 3. Leo is hot, and Europe's going to like that. His 8th straight game with a base hit. Lukart comes to the plate, getting the start in DH tonight. Tanner Rice stands on deck. Terosian in the hole. Larks' second hit of the day, 1 from Rice, 1 from Jiminian. Lukart looking to join the club. Braden batting .258 this season with a .425 on base percentage. This one misses above the letters, 1-0 count. Lucarts playing in the field for the first time against the Dodge City A's. He's courtesy run for the Larks and scored 1 run, also walked, and has 1 at bat where he popped out on a bunt attempt. Not on the field, he's in the DH spot, but the first game that he started in the 1 through 9 order. 2-0 count for the DH out of St. Joseph, Missouri. Jiminian standing at second base. He's got speed. If Lucar can get something out in the grass, Jiminian can score pretty easily. 3-0, Pereira upset he didn't get the call. Pereira's third inning, he's given up 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, no walks, no runs on 28 pitches. Starting out for the first 9 with the first pitch strike, and the 3-0 deliveries rounded down the pipe. Lukart following orders to take it, 3-1. Lukart grounds this one to the shortstop, Dembo. It goes off the umpire, so Jiminian will be sent to third base and held there because it caught the field umpire. And so we will have runners on the corner. Some contest from Coach Woodruff of the Dodge City A's. Now they're going to send Leo Jiminian back to second base after saying he was given third base. Just went off his feet. He tried to get out of the way, tried to jump over it, went off the cleats and gives Braden Lukart first base.
Now batting number 2, Tanner Rice.
Takes us to the top of the order, Tanner Rice. Leo Jiminian takes off for third, and now Lukart delayed to seconds. Didn't see that Jiminian was stealing for a second, but slides around the tag. Woodruff comes out of the dugout and is going to complain to the umpires for the third time. Dodge City can't believe it, but Braden Lukart nodding at second base, confident that he got around the tag. It was a really good slide for our DH. Jiminian safe at third as Woodruff argues another one. It was a not great jump for Lukart because he wasn't running until he noticed that Jiminian was running. Figured they'd throw to third and he'd have second, but he steals a base here. Now we have 2 in scoring position with nobody else, and a at bat with Tanner Rice, who's 1 for 1 today with a single. Tanner Rice at the plate. This pitch to him, he will swing and miss at. Osu count here for the UTA Maverick. One ball, 2 strikes here to Rice. Rice grounds this one to the third base. Jiminian takes off for home. O'Sullivan decides to go to first with the throw, and Rice will be out. Will pick up the first run of the day. Batted in for the Larks. Jiminian scores from third base. Lukart holds up at seconds. 3-1, Larks trailing.
Now batting right fielder number 1, Jack Terosian.
1-0 count here to the Creighton Blue Jay with Luke Arnett at second base. One away in the top half of the third, 3-1 Dodge City Ace. Jiminian stole his 15th base of the season. Now is tied with Jack Terosian for the team lead in stolen bases. Terosian took off a few times, but every time he took off, the ball was fouled off. Braden Luke Arnett is just his third stolen base of the season. Jiminian run score number 23. RBI number 11 for Tanner Rice. Terosian at the plate with 15 RBIs this summer. He has scored 26 times. That's second behind Hunter Rawson. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for the right fielder out of Omaha, Nebraska. He will swing and miss at this one and be out number 2 of the third inning. Hutchison to the box. He is 0 for 1, striking out looking in inning number 1. Was the second out of the inning. Hutchison this year against the Dodge City A's, 5 of 17 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. 3 singles, 2 doubles, along with a walk. American flag in center field. Blowing to the right field side, but just on a very slight breeze. 404 dead away to center. 330 in the left corner. 330 in the right corner. 348 in left center and right center. Here at Cavalier Field in Dodge City, home of the Dodge City Community College Conquistadors. And Pereira delivers home. Hutchison swings and misses out at 1-1. Pereira out of San Joaquin Delta College made 10 appearances this year on the bump, 4 starts, going 1-1. Struck out 27 through 21 in the third, but in the meantime gave up 17 walks and 12 earned runs with 16 hits. Finished his first year there with a 5.06 ERA. Off speed hangs in the air for a while. Hutchison takes it above the Larks letters. 2-1 Larks with the road gray pants, the new blue uniforms with the white sleeves, white lettering, red trim. Dodge City home white pants, green uniforms, white lettering with a yellow trim. Ground ball goes to the other third baseman, O'Sullivan, who reaches in fair territory over the third base bag, and our third baseman will ground out to theirs, and we will leave Luke Arnett in scoring position. Larks get a run off the ground out from Rice. Jiminian scores, and we'll trail by 2 as we go to the bottom half of the third here in Dodge City. Bottom half of the third frame of action, Sam Hendon will make another appearance on the bump. Cade Brown goes 2 innings in the starts. Gives up 2 hits, a walk, 3 runs scored while he was on the rubber, but not a single one of them will go down as an earned run. Throws 44 pitches, 25 of them find the zone, and Hendon misses on his first delivery. 1-0 count here to the 3-hole Artie Ramirez, who walked and scored in inning number 1. Ground ball goes to Hendon, takes it off the leather, then chases it off the bump, but gets it in time to LaRue at first base. 1 up, 1 down to start the third. A's without a hit in the second inning, but they got Dembo to second base after the Jazz Love air. They have now left 2 on off of 2 hits, a walk, and scored 3 runs. Numbers for Sam Hendon. This is his 9th appearance for the Larks. He's thrown 14 2/3. Now 15 he is. Picked up a save. That was against the Liberal BJs on the 23rd. It was a very clutch 2/3 innings for the Central Alabama Trojan. He's given up 12 hits, just 1 earned run. That was in his debut against Boulder. 3 walks, 13 strikeouts with a 0.61 ERA and a whip just barely above 1 at 1.02. 1-0 home from Hendon. He misses inside. His last outing was on Friday against the Fort Collins Foxes in Fort Collins. 1 2/3 in relief, gave up just 1 hit, no runs, no walks, striking out 1. Came in relief of Brady Rose, who was working a no-hitter. Back-to-back batters will ground out to Sam Hendon on the mound. Good reactions for him, and Klinovsky is now 0 for 2 at the plates. Hendon this year is making his 2nd appearance against the Dodge City A's. All appearances for him this year are in relief. Through 2 innings against the A's right here at Cavalier Field on Sunday, the 26th of June. No runs, no walks, striking out 1. Gave up 1 hit, identical numbers with just 1 more outs from his latest outing against the Foxes. Ground ball goes to Hutchison in fair territory. He feels a chopper, bounces it to first base, but LaRue with another nice snag for a guy who's listed on our roster as a catcher. He sure has saved a lot of outs at first base. 3 up, 3 down off of 3 ground outs from Sam Hendon on the bump in the 3rd inning. To the 4th we go. Hayes trails by 2. Top of the 4th, the cleanup man will lead it off. LaRue, 0 from the day with a fly out to center field. And inning number 1 was the last out of the top of the 1st for the Larks. Pereira back to the bump. Has thrown 3 innings, giving up 1 hit. Has forced 2 to be left on. 1 run has scored on no walks. Ground ball goes to the left side of third base. 0-1 goes the counts. 0-1. Nobody out, nobody on. Good swing found to the backstop. No balls, 2 strikes. Drowning on deck, Jazz Love in the hole. LaRue this year against Dodge City working a good year, 7 of 18 with 4 RBIs and 2 runs scored, 2 doubles and 2 long balls for the Houston Baptist Husky. Both the Dodge City A's game changer and the Larks game changer gave Lugard a hit on the umpire, so I'll put it as a hint for now, and we'll let Braden Lugard work on a 5-game hitting streak after hitting the base paths umpire with a grounder in inning number 3. He was left at second base, was one of 2 guys to be left on the day. LaRue will take this one off. The left elbow goes off his extra padding, and he will be aboard on a hit by pitch. Pereira has now hit 4 this season, has hit 2 Larks. LaRue now been hit 4 times this year. Larks been hit 31 over the course of 26 games. Runner at first for Dylan Drowling, who pumped up to Sullivan for the first down of the second inning. It wasn't his best contact of the season, but he'll look to respond here in inning number 4. Drowling has a really good bat at the plate, has barreled a lot of balls this summer, is hitting .394 with a .487 OBP, 26 hits, and he has more doubles than singles, 12 doubles, 10 singles, 4 home runs. Sends this one in the sky and dodged. Sends the left field. Weiner gets under it, and Drowling will be out number 1 of innings 1 and 4, or 2 and 4. One away, runner at first base for Austin Jaslov, who grounded out to Toby in the second inning on a check swing. Jaslov came into the game late on Monday, but didn't make any plate appearances. Came in and just played an inning or so as shortstop. 1-0 as Pereira misses above the letters here to the shortstop, batting 6th in the order. The lowest Jaslov has been in the order all season. Jazz in his last effort against Dodge was 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. Before that, he was 9 of 15 at the plate. Larks will be hit for the second time this inning, and it'll send LaRue to second base. Jaslov goes to first. Larks now been hit 32 times. That is Jaslov's 3rd hit by pitch of the season. He gets on base for the first time today. 2 on, 1 out in the 4th inning. Tying run at first base. Go ahead at the plate. Jackson Halter to the box. He's been hot as of late. Sent one into left center field in the second inning. Was the last down on the fly out to Sandoval, but had a really good game against the Rough Riders in his last outing. It's been tough for Evans and Halter to get a ton of action behind the plate just because they got to compete with each other for playing time, and also Tyler LaRue. So 3 catchers. The Larks do a good job of rotating them, but LaRue's seen the most action out of all of them as he's seen time at DH and at first base. The wild pitch sends runners to 3rd and 2nd. Jaslov stands at the 2 bag. LaRue is the man on 3rd, and Woodruff comes down the mound and will have a mound visit with Pereira. 2 in scoring position with 1 out in the 4th. of that mat. Mound visit over. It's a 1-0 count for Jackson Halter out of Seminole State in Oklahoma. One of 9 JUCO players on the roster for the Larks. 2-0 count here for Halter. Larks scored a run in the 3rd inning, have 2 in scoring position here in the 4th. Looking to win their 3rd straight against Dodge City this summer. Halter, the 5'10 freshman, is a righty behind the dish, and at the plate he is left-handed swinging. Been at .297 at Seminole State this year through 29 games. Had 1 home run and doubled that just on Sunday against the Rough Riders for the Larks. He has 3 home runs this season. That is 4th on the team, tied with Hunter Rawson. 2-1 count here for Halter. Jeminian on deck. Lucart in the hole. Low and inside. Pereira a little bit struggling with his location here in this at-bats. 3-1 counts, RMBL action. This is a league game, so it can move either team up the standings. 3-1, good eye from Halter. He will pick up his first walk of the day and load the bases, and we'll see if we get a courtesy runner for the catcher. Luton looks at the dugouts, and now we will have Hunter Rawson come out and run at first base for Jackson Halter. Bases loaded, LaRue at 3rd base.
Now batting number 8, Leo Jeminian.
Jaslov at 2nd, Rawson at first base. Rawson leads the team in runs scored. Would like another one here. Leo Jeminian is responsible for half the Larks hits today. He singled in inning number 3. And we'll have a 1-0 count. Swing and a miss on 1 count. Jeminian, one of 2 Larks playing their last game of the week today. Tanner Rice will be leaving on Friday. Jeminian leaving on Friday as well. Outside, 2-1. Bear was throwing strikes really early in the game. Since then has kind of fizzled out and is just sitting around 57% strikes. 2 hit by pitches and a walk in this inning. It was Jackson Halter's 8th walk of the season. Jeminian kids this one off the crack of the bat to center field. Sandoval gets under it. They will throw to 3rd. Cutting off the throw is Dembo. LaRue scores on the sacrifice fly from Jeminian. 2 outs, but the Larks get within 1 run. Well struck from Jeminian. He will pick up an RBI.
Now batting number 23, Ray.
13th RBI of the 2020 season for the center fielder out of St. Lo France. And his career numbers, now in RBIs, he has 67. He drove in 70 in France over a 7-year span. And then in 3 years at Clarendon, drove in 45. And this year at ETSU, drove in 9. Lucart at the plate. He reached after hitting the umpire with a ground ball in the 3rd inning. He's the 6th batter of the inning. LaRue was hit. Dreiling flew out. Jaslov hit. Halter walk. Now a Jeminian sacrifice fly. This one will get away from Duran. 2-0 count. Jaslov holds up at 3rd base as the ball rolls all the way to the Dodge City dugouts. Moving into 2nd base, Hunter Rawson in the meantime. Jeminian with a run scored and a run driven in. He is responsible in some fashion for both runs. 2-0 count to Lucart's. Fastball will miss low. Gets away from Duran. Jaslov breaks home. Rawson moves up to 3rd base. Larks have tied the game up here in the 4th inning. Have scored all 3 runs in the past 2 innings, and Pereira is starting to struggle on the bump. That sacrifice fly from Dominion. His second of the summer. In the meantime, Jazz Love scores his 18th run. Mound visible with no Woodruff, so it will allow Pereira to stay on the bump, but he's thrown 3 straight balls here to Lukart without a strike. Rawson 90 feet from getting the Larks the lead. Few wild pitches this inning, a couple of hit batters and a walk have really helped the Larks out. Lukart is swinging with a 3-0. His last at bat had a 3-0 count and was taken. This time he will send it to the backstop and have a 3-1 count. Bottom of the order, it's the designated hitter out of the University of Oklahoma. Lukart, a 6-foot freshman, has pitched in a few games for the Larks and hits. Pereira wants to reset on the mound. Fifth pitch of the AB, down the pipe on a curveball, and we will work a full count now to Braden Lukart. Lukart has scored once against the Dodge City A's this year and is 1 for 2 at the plate. Payoff pitch will miss low, and he will walk his second of the inning. Braden Lukart will pick up walk number 9 this season and 42 plate appearances. Runners on the corners with 2 outs for the top of the order. Tanner Rice, who was 1 for 2 today with a single and an RBI on the ground outs.
Now batting number 2, Tanner Rice.
Lukart at first, Rawson at third, 2 outs. Top half of the fourth. Larks already scored 2 this inning. Tied up at 3. Pereira misses inside. Back-to-back misses for him. 1-0 count here to Rice. Terosian on deck, Hutchison in the hole for the Larks. Rice with 11 RBIs this summer. 23 hits, 16 of them singles, and the other 7 are doubles. No triples, no home runs for the UTA Maverick from Arizona. Two-0 count with an overcast sky. He sends it into left field under the sky. Weiner loses it for his second, and it'll drop. And going to third base is Lukart. He slid around the tag at second base and does it again here in the third inning at third base. RBI single for Rice, and Woodruff will complain for the 4th time today. Dodge City fans not happy with the call, but Lukart has had 2 really good slides. That one, a really close play, but I'll give Lukart the benefit of the doubts. In the meantime, Rice picks up his second single and second RBI of the day. Rawson scores his team leading 28th run. 28 runs in 22 games for Hunter Rawson. Larks take the lead here in the 4th inning. Sam Hendon now in position to pick up the win. Rice at first, Lukart at third. It is the 8th batter of the inning, Jack Terosian, who is 0 for 2. First pitch to him, a called strike. Terosian this year against Dodge, 5 of 18 at the plate. He scored 4 times, walked 3 times, and scored 3 runs. Driven in 4, walked 3, scored 3. Triple, double, 3 stolen bases, and a sacrifice fly for him. Rice takes off for second base, slides feet first in safely. 2 in scoring position with 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Rice has speed, isn't super aggressive in terms of stolen base, just his 7th attempt of the summer. He is 6 of 7. Hard swing and a miss from Terosian. He will be struck out for the 2nd time today, and Larks will leave 2 on in the 4th inning, but they score 3 runs and will take a 1-run lead to the bottom half of inning number 4 here in Dodge. Hendon back to the bump. Bottom of the fourth, Hendon returns for the second inning of his outing. He worked a 1-2-3 third on 3 groundouts. Off speed will miss inside to Brendan O'Sullivan, who singled in the first inning. It was a 3-run first for Dodge City. None of the runs earned for Caleb Brown, who threw 2 innings in the start, then tossed the ball to Hendon for the third inning. One ball, one strike. Winder on deck. Zazzarino in the hole for the home Dodge City ace. Good pitch from Hendon. Chopped to Palmer Hutchison. Moves left and throws to first inside. Back-to-back groundouts for Palmer Hutchison. Larks pitching staff is now retired 6 straight. 4 up, 4 down against Hendon with 2 groundouts to him. 2 groundouts to Hutchison. 1 away, bases empty here in the bottom of the fourth. Larks up 4-3. Michael Weiner to the box. The left fielder out of Midland College. He's a Midland, Texas native. Plays first base and outfield. He's getting a start in left field tonight, and he's 7th in the order. 1-0 counts as this one bounces in. Hendon, second appearance against Dodge this season, both of the games in Dodge. His 1-0 home, he missed inside. Hendon with a unique delivery for the Larks. Drops more when he moves that front foot home than anybody else on the team, but it has worked extremely well for him. Just 1 earned run, now through 16 innings on the mound for the Hayes Larks. 2-0 ground to LaRue. He gets it, tells Hendon to stay where he's at, and tags the bag himself. 5 up, 5 down on 5 groundouts for Hendon in this game. 2 away for the 8-hole Angelo Zazzarino, who grounded out to Katie Brown in inning number 2 for the first out of it. Zazzarino did not play in the last game against the Larks and will take a 1-0 count here against the Alexander City, Alabama native. Hendon has only started out 1 of the batters he's faced with a first pitch strike as he misses on the second pitch of this AB 2-0. Due for the Larks in the 5th inning. 3 through 5, Hutchison, LaRue, and Dreiling. 2-0, good pitch, called strike, 2-1. Hendon with that back right foot on the third base side of the mound. Sets up with the 2-1 counts and gets a swing and a miss. Hendon in his first 8 appearances got 28 swing and misses. Every 14 out of 100 pitches was a swing and a miss for him. Almost a strikeout for Hendon. Instead, a pitch breaks and misses inside 3-2. Defense straight up. Payoff pitch coming with 2 outs. Bases empty in the bottom of the 4th. It's home and fouled off. We'll do it again. Storms all around Dodge when we got here, and we're in Hayes after we left. The Larks have been lucky and been able to play this game without any delays and just a little bit of rain. As we're here live from Dodge, Hendon strikes out his first of the day. Strikeouts. Number 14 as a Lark, and he sends us to the 5th inning. It faces the minimum in innings 3 and 4. Larks up by 1 as we move to the 5th frame of action. Top of inning number 5. Leading off for the Larks is Palmer Hutchison, 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out. Pereira returns for the 5th inning. This one's driving into right center field. It'll drop, roll to the wall here. Hutchison rounds second, heads for third base, and he will slide in safely and have a leadoff triple here in the 5th inning. Hutchison hustled that one out. It was well struck between the 404 markers and 348 marker in right center field, and he has his first hit of the day. He's standing at third base with nobody outs. Big triple for Hutchison, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the first of his career as a Lark, and it's definitely the first of his season. He now has 8 home runs, 7 doubles, 11 singles, and a triple. Hutchison had 18 extra base hits in his 3-year Lark career before this. Or really 2 years and then 2 games in 2019 for him. Either way, he's safe at third base. LaRue, good contact, and he will hit his third base coach and head coach, Frank Leo. Hutchison checks on him, and so does the third baseman, O'Sullivan. Woodruff comes out of the box. Leo tells him that he's good. Good to see Frank all right. 0-2 count now for Tyler LaRue. LaRue played for one of the best Larks that Frank Leo's coached at Houston Baptist. Lance Berkman, the head coach there, and former Lark, and won a World Series with another former Lark, Albert Pujols, back in 2011. 0-2 home. Pereira will miss outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hutchison, Jeminian, Lukart, and Rice, the lone Larks with hits today. But the Larks really benefited from a couple of walks and a couple of hit-by pitches in the last innings, putting up 3 in the frame. Ground ball goes to the shortstop, Dembo. Coming home is Hutchison. The throw to first base will be scooped up from Ramirez. And LaRue will pick up an RBI as Hutchison scores for the first time today. It is 5-3 Larks. Big triple from Hutchison pays off on the next at-bat. Larks have scored in each of the past 3 innings, 1 in innings 3 and 5, and then 3 in the 4th. Drawing to the box, popped up to O'Sullivan in the 2nd, flew out to Widener in the 4th. He is having an 0 for 2 day and is 1 for 6 against Dodge this season. 5-3 Larks. Southpaw up in the pen for the Dodge City A's. Brady Rose up in the pen for the Larks. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Dylan Dreiling. Larks looking to use Rose today. He's one of the best pitchers on the team. But this is the day to use the best arms you got, guys like Sam Hendon and Rose and Brown, because it's going to be 3 games against the Rough Riders over the weekend. And Larks run-rolled them with ease on Monday, 11-0. 2-1, check swing from Dreiling. Pitch misses low, 3-1 count here to the Hayes, Kansas native. Jaslov on deck, Halter in the hole for Hayes. Sun peeks behind the clouds on the third base side. Dreiling works with the hitter's counts. 3-1 will miss inside. Dylan Dreiling will pick up walk number 14 this season. Larks no walks in the first 3 and have walked twice in the 4th and now once here in the 5th. Runner at first, 1 out. Here in the top of the 5th, Larks up 5-3. Larks have now walked 129 times this season, and that's this same inning. Hutchison scored his 24th run of the season, and Tyler LaRue drove in his team-leading 31st RBI of the summer. 0-1 count here for Jackson Halter, who was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. Rawson ran for him and scored the go-ahead run. Taking off for second base is Dylan Dreiling. He will Round third as the ball goes between Dembo and Toby. He stands up at third base. Jazz Love will single with Halter on deck. Jazz Love at the plate. That's my apologies, but Jazz Love back in the hit column has now picked up 10 hits against Dodge City this summer. He leads the team and he has runners on the corners, and I think this will be a day for Tyson Pereira. Christian Machado will take over on the bump and inherit runners on the corners after Austin Jazz Love just extended his hitting streak to 5 games. Larks up by 2, growling at third. Halter at the plate, Jazz Love at first. Halter sends this one in left center field. It will drop. It gets away from Widener. Everybody moves up a base. Drowling scores the Larks' 6th of the day from third base. Larks lead by 3. 2 on, 1 out after Jackson Halter picks up his first hit of the day. He's now on a 4-game hitting streak and has been a really tough out as of late. Jazz Love at second, Halter at first base for Leo Jominian, and we will now have Ben Ferenzi run for Jackson Halter after Rawson ran for him in the last inning. Larks 3 hits, a walk in this inning, a triple from Hutchison, and singles from Jazz Love and Halter. 1-0 count here to Jominian. 1 for 1 on the day with a single and a sacrifice fly, a run scored, and a run driven in. All 6 runs have come in the past 3 innings for the visiting Larks. All 3 runs the Dodge City A's came in that first inning. 2-0 counts. Machado's 3rd appearance against the Larks on the bump. He has thrown 2 innings prior to this one, both in relief, giving up 3 hits, 6 earned runs, walking 5, striking out 1. A 27 flat ERA against the Larks, a 4 flat whip. His last inning against the Larks was on the 26th. That was a 1-inning effort where he gave up just 1 hit, 2 walks, 1 earned run, striking out 1. 3-0 count here to the French center fielder. He taken all the way, 3-1. First inning against the Larks was on the 7th through 1 inning, 2 hits, 5 earned runs, walking 3, no strikeouts for him. Appearance number 11 on the bump, no decisions. He's given up 11 hits, 19 walks, and has a season ERA sitting at 8.16. 3-1 sets behind the plate. Duran will watch it miss and drop behind the press box. 3-2 count for Dominion. Lukart on deck, Rice in the hole for the Larks. Frenzy at first, Jaslov at second. Still only one out here in the 5th inning of action. This is the 6th hitter of the inning. On the payoff pitch, Dominion will pick up a walk. He has been aboard 2 times today. 3 productive plate appearances for him, and he loads the bases. Jazz to third, Ferenzi to second, Dominion to first. Larks looking for more here in the 5th, not content with 2. Will bring Hunter Ross into the plates. Lukart will finish his day 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. So a good day from Braden Lukart. Put his hitting streak at 5 games, and we'll turn it over to Rawson, who himself is riding a 5-game hitting streak. Larks' first substitution defensively today. Second total substitution as we took out Cade Brown on the mound for Sam Hendon. Rose continues to get warm in the pen, throwing to Brady Evans. First pitch to Ross and a called strike. Right-handed pitcher up in the pen for the A's, as they have a southpaw on the mound. Machado, out of Delta College, is a Pittsburgh, California native. Going up against the Aledo, Texas native. The 0-1 pitch to the Fort Worth area native, 1-1 after it misses outside. Rawson against the A's this season, 3 hits and 10 at-bats. He scored 3 times and has stolen a base against them. Nice hit. He has a 6-game hitting streak as it drops in the left field. Frank Leo will hold Ben Ferenzi at third base. Jaslov scores for the 2nd time today. Larks have scored 3 in back-to-back innings. It is a now 7-3 ball game in favor of the visiting team. Base is still loaded as we go to the top of the order. Tanner Rice singled in his last at-bat and drove in a run in the 3rd inning.
Number 2, Tanner Rice.
Ferenzi at third, Dominion at second, Rawson at first base. Bad thing about that hit from Rawson is just that he got so much of the ball and barreled it up and hit it so hard that he went pretty fast to Widener, and it didn't allow Ferenzi to score from second base. Otherwise, a very speedy courtesy runner for the Larks. Rawson just got too much of the ball, which, again, not a problem at all. Above the letters, here to Rice. Jaslov has now scored 19 times this season. Rawson has driven in 11. That was his 20th hit of the summer. Rawson now in a 6-game hitting streak, and this one will miss high to Tanner Rice.
Ball 4, really?
3-0 counts. Machado from the stretch to Rice. He's taken all the way. 3-1. Rawson at first, Dominion at second. Ferenzi at third, Rice at the plate. Bases loaded, still only 1 out. One out of the inning was the LaRue ground out. He is standing on in the hole right now as Tanner Rice will walk in a run, his 2nd RBI of the day, and we will bring to the plates our last batter of the lineup that has not come to the plates. Larks score their 4th, and Woodruff's out of the dugout. Ferenzi scores for Jackson Halter. 2 runs have scored from that spot, and we will get a new pitcher here in the 5th inning. Rice with his 18th walk of the summer, his 12th RBI. Bases loaded for Dylan Weaver on the bump, taking over from Machado. He's the third pitcher of the inning. Training at third. Rawson at second, Rice at first at the plate. Jack Terosian 0 for 3 on the day. Watch the fastball miss outside from the CSU Pueblo right-handed pitcher out of Fruta, Colorado. 1-0 counts. Weaver's pitched now in 3 games against the Larks. 3 innings. He's 0-1. Getting credit for the loss on the 28th. He's given up 5 hits, just 1 earned run, walking 3, striking out 5. Weaver this season now appeared in 10 games, 19 innings. He is 3-1. Has given up 27 hits, 17 earned runs, 12 walks, 27 strikeouts. Terosian check swing goes to the first baseman, and he will reach on an infield single as a throw to Weaver. Got there, but he was away from the bag. Terosian just too fast. Larks have now batted around 3 straight singles, and Terosian will pick up an RBI. Scoring from third base is Leo Jiminian, his second run of the day. And it is a 5-run 5th inning on just 1 out, as Palmer Hutchison will come to the plate. He led off this inning with a triple. Larks up by 6. He will foul this one off the catcher Duran. 0-1. Bases still loaded. Terosian at first, Rice at second, Rawson at third. Ross looking to score his second run of the day. Their guys looking for their first. Terosian's 16th RBI of the season. Jiminian scores his 24th run. Jiminian now with 79 runs scored in his 3-year Larks career. 0-2 count here to Hutchison, who was 1 for 3 on the day with that leadoff triple. Hutchison now on a 5-game hitting streak after that hits. Terosian, Rice, Halter, and Rawson have each, and Jaslov have each got a hit in this inning. Hutchison reaches for one low, sends in the right center field. Sandoval gets under it. Tagging from third base is Rawson. No throw home. Larks score their 6th of the inning. They're now up by 7. As the sacrifice fly from Hutchison picks him up his first RBI of the day. And Rawson scores for the second time. Bases no longer loaded, and now there's 2 outs. Larks get another run. Rawson's 29th run of the season, Hutchison's 28th RBI. He is now tied with Dylan Dreiling for the team lead, or for second on the team behind LaRue. To the plate, the first out of the inning. LaRue, who is 0 for 2 today with a hit by pitch and a run driven in. Drove in Hutchison on his ground out to Denbo in this inning. Larks been hot since then. 7 straight reach the base path. This gets away from Duran. LaRue waves everybody over, and the Larks will put 2 in scoring position with 2 out, and it's a 2-0 count for a very dangerous hitter in LaRue. LaRue, just against Dodge City this year, has picked up 7 hits and driven in 5, has 2 home runs and 2 doubles against them. Larks up by 7. They have responded well since that 3-run first. In the 2-0 pitch home will miss inside. 3-0 counts to Tyler LaRue against Dylan Weaver. LaRue, son of former MLB catcher Jason LaRue, who played for the Reds, Royals, and Cardinals. LaRue, drafted by the Nationals himself in 2019, elected to go to Rice, then Grayson, and is now at Houston Baptist. Grounds this one to O'Sullivan, who throws across the diamond in time for the 3rd out of the 6th inning. LaRue, the first and last outs of the inning, driving in 1. Larks put up 6 in the 5th inning, bring 11 to the plate, and will lead by 7 as we go to the bottom half of the 5th frame of action. Bottom of the fifth, Brady Rose will be the Larks' third pitcher of the day. Hendon and Brown each go 2, and Brady Rose misses on his first delivery. 1-0 here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Larks 6 hits, 2 walks, score 6 runs, and leave 2 on in this top half of the fifth. We're in the bottom half with the 1-1 counts. Larks today, 9 hits, 4 walks, 10 runs. They left 6 on. 1-1 from Rose, swing and a miss. Out of the bottom of the order, Brock Dembo, 1-2 the counts. He is 0 for 1. Reach on the Jazz Love air in the second inning. Got to second base, but Cade Brown left him there to end his outing. Rose making his 6th appearance for the Larks. His last outing was his longest one of the season, where he struck out a season-high 8 through 4 1/3 in the starts. Against the Foxes, no hits, no runs, a walk. Was working a no-hitter through 4 1/3 when the Larks pulled him to keep him under 65 pitches. Pop fly goes to Tanner Rice as he drifts out into right field, calls off to Rosie and Jeminian. The Larks pitching staff has now retired 9 straight. One away to the top of the order, Matthew Sandoval, who is 0 for 2. Rose, the Colorado native, gets a swing and a whiff here. Toby on deck, Ramirez in the hole for the Dodge City A's, who are 10-14 on the year. Larks 19-6, looking for their 20th win. 1-1 home. Rose in his second summer with the Larks, pitched for him in 2020 and is back for the 2022 summer. When he last played for the Larks, he finished up a year at McLennan. It was his first year there. Then the next year, helped him win the national title at the JUCO ranks, and has now spent the past year at Dallas Baptist. Ground ball goes to Jazz Love, and he will get it in time to first base. Sandoval now is grounded out to Jazz Love twice. He's 0 for 3, also has flown out to Dylan Dreiling. 2 up, 2 down for Brady Rose and company in the 5th inning. It brings up Tyler Toby, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored in the first inning. Scored the first run of the day for them after his 1-out single. Rose has not given up a hit since June 23rd. Pitched against the A's on the 26th through 1 inning in relief. No hits, no runs, a walk. Struck out 2. He struck out 17 this year through 10 1/3. The Fort Collins Foxes really could not touch him at all. He was getting a lot of whiffs out of guys, and not even like close ones. There were some guys who just really bad on the timing. Rose was in a groove, but the pitch count was getting up close to 65, so Harp did what he promised his coach at DBU and didn't let him go over 65. 2-1 home from Rose, and he'll miss outside 3-1. Hendon throws 2 innings in relief and is done now as Rose takes over for the 5th. Hendon 6 up, 6 down, 5 groundouts and a strikeouts. No hits, no runs, no walks, swing and a miss. 3-2 count reads the scoreboard here at Cavalier Field, and we'll get a payoff pitch from Rose. A southpaw from Colorado delivers home and strikes out his 18th of the season, his first of the day, and strikes out his 3rd A of the season. The Larks have now retired 11 straight as we go to the 6th inning. Hayes up by 7.
Leading off, number 33, Dylan Dryden.
Dryling to lead off the 6th inning, walked and scored in the 5th frame. Weaver returns to the mound, and Dryling sends his first pitch into center field. It'll drop that ball curved in the air, and Dryling will pick up his first hit of the day. He is now on a 5-game hitting streak. Leadoff base runner for the Larks, who have gone in more productive at the plate in every inning since that second. 1 run in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, and then 6 in the 5th inning. They're up by 7 here in the 6th frame with a leadoff runner at first and Dylan Dryling. Larks brought 11 to the plate in the 5th inning. 6 hits, 2 walks. In the 4th inning, they only had 1 hit but still managed 3 because of 2 walks, a hit, actually 3 walks, and 2 hit by pitches. Actually 3 walks in the 5th inning. Larks 5 walks today, 9 hits. 10 runs, 6 runners left on. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jaslov. Reaches low, bloops it into right center field. Running back is Toby. He makes a good play. Dryling will return back safely to first base for after the first out of the 6th inning. Jaslov now 1 for 3 with a single, a hit by pitch, 2 runs scored, a pop up, and a ground out, both to Toby. The Jackson Halter, he's having a good day and having a good stretch. He's 1 for 3 today, a single and walked. Both times he's reached base, he's had a courtesy runner score from. In the 4th inning, it was Hunter Ross. In the 5th, Ben Ferenzi. Hard cut here, 0-1 counts. Dryling at first base with 1 out in the top half of the 6th. Larks' last day on the road for a little bit. Pickoff attempt. Dryling started to move to seconds. He's in a pickle. He will be tagged out by Artie Ramirez and be out number 2 the 2nd inning. Base is empty. That's the 2nd time the Larks have had that happen, where there's a pickoff attempt to first and the guy has a delayed reaction, ends up starting to go to seconds and is out. Another one was Jack Terosian a little bit ago. Tanner Rice has been picked off this season, but the Larks, other than that, have been really good at running the bases, and all 3 of the guys previously mentioned have had good years on the base paths. 0-1 home outside to Halter, 1 ball and a strike. Halter this year, 2 of 6 against the Dodge City A's with 1 RBI. Has stolen 2 bases against them. 1-1 from Weber. He sees Halter ground at the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Weaver got the last out of the 5th inning. Machado went in, didn't even get any outs. Weaver got the last 2 outs actually, and is now thrown 1 and a 3rd in relief. Ground ball goes in the left field between Dimbo and O'Sullivan. Jackson Halter has been aboard in 3 straight innings of walk and now back-to-back singles. It will get a courtesy runner for him. We'll see if it's a 3rd different one or if we go back to Ferenzi. Ferenzi will be out of the dugouts and at first base, courtesy running for Halter. Leo Jiminian comes to the plate on a good day. 1 for 1 with a single, a sacrifice fly, a walk. He scored twice and driven in 1. Tyson Pereira started the game, goes 4 in the 3rd, gives up 6 hits, 7 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Machado came in the last inning, didn't get an out, 2 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks. Weaver 1 in the 3rd, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Jiminian shows bunt and bunts it foul, 0-1. Rawson on deck. Rice in the hole. Weaver in his last outing went 3 innings against the Angels and picked up his 3rd win of the season. 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, striking out 4. Jiminian loses a bat and sends it into the A's dugouts. They're down the count 0-2. Larks have made a habit of losing bats, but Woodruff will hand it back to Jiminian. Appears everybody's okay in the A's dugout. Ferenzi at first, 2 outs here in inning number 6.
Auburn Pine Tar.
Yeah, they should have just threw it out there.
He said, no, I'm good.
Jiminian, the right-hander's batter's box, looking for his second hit of the day. Larks scored all 10 runs in the past 3 innings. Weaver looking to keep him off the scoreboard for the first time since the second. Pitch gets away from Duran. Ferenzi now in scoring position. Ferenzi has scored 12 times this summer. After scoring the last inning for Halter.
I was trying to find it.
1-2 to Jiminian. He grounds it to the third base side. It goes past a diving O'Sullivan. Larker in a score for the 4th straight frame. Leo Jiminian now 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs and 2 singles, a walk, and a sacrifice fly. He's going to go out with a bang before he goes to the European Championships as he puts the Larks up by 8 here in the 6th inning. So that pass ball helps the Larks out. Ferenzi wouldn't have been able to score from first on it. Jackson Halter, although he has not driven in a run or scored any, he has been responsible for 3 because all 3 times the runner has courtesy run for him, they have scored. 2 from Ferenzi, 1 from Rawson, who's actually at the plate now. He pinch hit for Lucard in the 5th inning and singled, and then he came around to score. No balls and a strike. Jiminian at first base. Smith's outside 1-1. Larks have stolen 3 bases today, 1 from Rice, 1 from Jiminian, 1 from Lucarts. It was a double steal with Jiminian and Lucarts. They threw down to second to try and get Lucart. He slid around the tag. 1-1 home will miss slow. 2-1. Now Larks have Braden Lucart tossing behind the pen to Brady Evans. Cade Hare standing up in the bullpen as well, going through some motions. 2-1 sent to the top of the backstop. 2-2 is the count now to Rawson. Do for the A's in the bottom of the inning. 3 through 5 of the order. Ramirez, Konoski, Duran. Larks up by 8, looking for their 3rd straight win against the A's and their 4th straight win in July. 2-2 above the letters. Rawson, after going down 1-2, works a full count here in the 6th inning. Rawson spent 3 years at Weatherford, spent a little bit of time at UTA, and is looking to continue his streak of success in Hayes. Payoff pitch from Weaver. Jiminian takes off, but it won't matter. Rawson aboard for the 2nd time today. This 9th spot on the order between Lucard and Rawson has walked twice and has a single each. Each guy with a walk and a single. 2 on now with 2 outs. We will get a mound visit from Woodruff going out to chat with Dylan Weaver.
I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hayes Larks. Hayes Larks!
Now batting number 2, Tanner Rice.
Top of the sixth, 2 on, 2 outs for the new pitcher, Roberto Gonzalez for the Dodge City A's. His first pitch, high and outside, 1-0 count here. Gonzalez from Imperial Valley College. He's an Imperial, California native. Rawson at first, Dominion at second, Rice at the plate. Rice 2 for 3 with a walk and 2 singles and a run driven in. Gonzalez misses outside again, 2-0 count to Rice. Gonzalez pitched against the Larks on the 25th through 1 inning. Walked 1, struck out 1, hit 1, but no runs scored. Called strike here. It's his third outing. All of them have been in big games and against the two best teams in the RMBL. He pitched against the BJs on the 15th. Through 1 inning in the save. Walked 1, struck out 1, hit 1, just like he did against the Larks on the 25th, but he did not get a save against the Larks. Pop up goes to left side. O'Sullivan makes a tough play in the Dodge City bullpen and will end the 6th inning. Larks get another run. They will lead by 8 as we move to the bottom half of the 6th here in Dodge City. We'll be back for more Larks baseball on Larks Network. Bottom 6 for Brady Rose. He's pitched a 1-2-3 fifth after Hendon pitched a 1-2-3 third and fourth. 3 straight innings facing the minimum. Larks have retired 11 straight. Rose misses on the first pitch here to Artie Ramirez, who was 0 for 1 today with a walk and a run scored. Sends this one to the backstop, and we will be working with a 1-1 count. Ramirez, a California native, is a UTA Maverick up against the Dallas Baptist Patriots. Rose with a 1-1 count. It's a 3-hole in the order for the Dodge City A's. This one sent to left field. It drops in foul territory. The A's will get their first hit since inning number 1. And there is going to be a leadoff runner at second base. Ramirez in standing up.
First time since the bottom of the second.
Pulled up really early.
More importantly,
So that breaks a streak of 11 retired. And there is a runner at second for Jacob Konofsky. First extra base hit of the day for the Dodge City A's. As Ramirez talks to his teammates at UTA Rice. A's go to their respective spots. I'll be working with nobody out and a runner in scoring position in the 6th inning. Dodge all 3 runs in the first inning. Rose home, high and inside, 1-0 counts. Rose yet to give up an earned run this season. That's just the 4th hit he's given up, and 11 and a third.
possible that there may be a change at center field when we come back in the top of the 7th.
Swing and a miss. Rose got 8 swing and miss, actually 18 swing and misses against Fort Collins. Just 14 batters faced. He gets swings and misses on 23% of his pitches. Big time numbers for the tall southpaw out of Westminster, Colorado. Right, just so good on the mound for the Larks in his 2nd year. I could call Brady Rose's games every day. He doesn't mess around. He just goes out there, throws strikes, and gets outs. Really, almost look effortlessly the way he does it on the bump. Duran on deck, O'Sullivan in the hole for the Dodge City A's with that runner in scoring position. Rose on the third base side of the bump, and the 1-2 home, swung and missed. Rose has now struck out 2 of his last 3, and gets us the first out of the bottom of the 6th. Strikeout number 19 this season for Rose.
Now to plate number 4, Arubio Duran.
Duran to the plate. He is 0 for 2 today with a run scored back in the first inning. Scored the 3rd and last run of the inning. Swing and a miss again for Rose. No balls and a strike. Runner at second base with 1 away. Foul tip now. Among guys who's pitched at least 10 innings, Rose leads them all in strikeouts per 9 innings with a K per 9 of 14.81. 0-2 home, outside 1-2. This season, Rose has held his opponents below a 100 batting average, sitting at 0.91. And even when the balls are put into play off of swings, it's still under 200. One-two home, he just misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rose is throwing strikes on about 67% of his pitches this summer. First pitch strikes to 60% of the batters face, and when he starts them out with a first pitch strike, 77% of them end up out. 2-2 home, fouled off. Rose in the 20s for pitch counts. K. Brown through 44 through 2. Hendon through 19 through 2. Rose at 25 through 1 1/3. Swing and a miss. Rose strikes out back-to-back and will continue to drive that strikeout per 9 innings rate up. Number 20 on the season for Rose. Rose now with 48 strikeouts as a Lark through 31 innings over the course of 2 seasons. 2-way runner at second base here in the bottom of the 6th. Rose struck out 37 this year at DBU. Struck out 89 at McLennan. And in high school, according to Max Preps, through 28 appearances, 91 2/3 innings, he struck out 156 guys. Had a no-hitter at one point, led his team in ERA, games started, wins, opponent batting average, OBP, and his senior year, and is up in the count here, 0-2.
I didn't touch it.
He looks home, working here against Duran, looking for the third out of the sixth inning. Actually, O'Sullivan at the plate. Duran just struck out. O'Sullivan 1 for 2. Down the count 0-2. Rose home. Fastball inside and low 1-2. Do it for the Larks in inning number 7. Terosian, Hutchison, LaRue. Fly ball to the right side. It'll be found. We will stay 1-2. Terosian, Hutchin, LaRue due up. Terosian with a single. Hutchison with a triple and a sacrifice fly. LaRue with an RBI. Larks could get a run roll if they score 2 innings and score 2 runs over the next inning and keep Dodge City off the scoreboard. Rose strikes out 3 in a row to end the 6th inning, allows a leadoff double, doesn't even care about it. Gets 3 guys to go down swinging. Strikeouts number 21 of the season, 4 on the day. Larks lead by 8 as we go to the 7th on Larks Network. Jack Terosian up to the plate to lead off the 7th inning and sends his first pitch into center field. Getting under it is Sandoval. He lost it. Gonzalez did the last time the Larks were in Dodge City. He lost it out in center field. And Terosian will have a leadoff triple as Weiner chats with Sandoval. And there is now a leadoff runner at third base here in Dodge.
Now it's number 12, Palmer Hutchison.
Terosian's second hit of the day is a triple. He's 2 for 5. Gonzalez on the mound. Up in the count 0-1. Larks with 2 triples today. One from Hutchison. It was his first of the year. And now one from Terosian, his second of the year. Terosian 3 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run as a Lark. 0-1 to Hutchison. Outside 1-1. Hutch of the day, 1 for 3 with a triple, a run scored, and a sacrifice fly. If Hutch would score and bring Terosian home, and Larks get a scoreless 7th frame, that would end the game in the 7th inning, but work still to be done. 2 balls and a strike. Gonzalez outside and low, 3-1. Larks will see the Dodge City A's at Larks Park one last time. It'll be the 6th game of the season between the two teams. 3 at Larks Park, 3 at Cavalier Field. Hitters count delivery to Hutch. Curveball catches the zone, and we will have a full count to Hutchison. It'll be on July 19th to round out the season against Dodge City A's. Larks will have a few more games after that against Liberal and Denver. And game day, Hutchison sends this one to deep left field. Winer's not going to get to it. It drops on the warning track. Hutchison has an RBI double here in the 7th inning, 12-3 Larks. Hutchison a single and a home run shy of the cycle with a triple and a double. 2 RBIs. Terosian scores his first run of the day. And the Larks lead by 9. One rule run standing in scoring position at second base. Terosian came in this game second in runs scored behind Hunter Rawson. If Rawson didn't score, he would have just leapfrogged him for the team lead, but Rawson has scored 2 times as well. Those 2 guys have combined for 57 runs this season. Nobody else. Runner at second for LaRue, who is 0 for 3 today. And he will be hit for the 2nd time, looking to score him and Rice. Scoreless today. Larks have 2 on with nobody out. Gonzalez plunks Rice. Larks have been hit 3 times today. 2 of them have been off of LaRue and Woodruff. Head coach of the Dodge City A's is going to go have a chat with Gonzalez. Another new pitcher for the Dodge City A's. It is Matthew Sandoval out of Midland College. He's a Texas native. He's working with 2 on the base paths, going up against Dylan Dreiling here in the 7th. Dreiling, the 4th hitter of the day, or of the inning. Hutchison with a double, Terosian with a triple and a run scored. LaRue was just hit by a pitch. Hutch at second, LaRue at first base. Dreiling lines this one on the ground into right field. Hutchison's going to score from second. Zazzarino can't come with the ball. Hutchison is going to score, and it sends LaRue to third. Dreiling at second. Larks up 13-3. They'll need 3 outs, scoreless in the bottom half of the inning. So run rule the Dodge City A's. Dreiling with a single and an RBI advances on the air. He has now been aboard 3 times off of 2 singles and a walk, and is working a 5-game hitting streak. Larks up by 10. They have scored all 10 runs from innings 3 to 7. 2 in this inning. Terosian scores on the Hutchison double. LaRue at third. Hutchison scores on the Dreiling single. Jaslov at the plate. He is 1 for 3 today with a single hit by pitch. He has scored 2 times and popped up and ground out to Toby. 0-1 count. Sandoval, the southpaw, working against Austin Jaslov. Jazz calls time. Sandoval is hit against the Larks in 13 at-bats. Just 1 hit. It was a single. This is his first time appearing against them on the mound. Pop fly goes into right field. Toby gets under it, loses his footing. LaRue tags up from third base and will score the 14th run of the day for the Larks off the Jaslov sacrifice fly. Larks with 3 sacrifice flies today. They have scored 3 runs in this inning. It is 14-3 Larks. Jaslov against Dodge this season, now with 7 RBIs, 10 hits. Now a sacrifice fly. 1 away, Dylan Dreiling at second base. Here in the top half of the 7th inning, Halter at the plate. He has been aboard 3 straight trips to the plate, 2 singles and a walk. 0-1 count to Halter. Dreiling standing at second base after Jaslov picked up his 22nd RBI this season. LaRue scored for the 25th time this summer. Actually, the 26th time he scored back in the 4th inning, so he scored twice today. Halter grounds 1 in the middle of the infield and will be out number 2 of the 7th inning. Dreiling moves into scoring position at third base. 2 away, runner at third base for Leo Jeminian. Jeminian 4 good trips to the plate, 2 singles, a walk, a sacrifice fly. He scored 2 times and driven in 2 runs. This one goes into the Larks dugout, 0-1 counts. Larks off tomorrow. Will take on Colorado Springs on Friday at 7. Game 1 of 3 against the Springs at Larks Park. Catch it right here on Larks Network, or come down to the ballpark and enjoy some Larks baseball free of charge. 1-1 counts here, 1 away, or 2 away, runner at third base. Rose will likely return for the bottom half of the inning and look to end the game in the 7th prematurely. Leo Jeminian strikes this one to left center field. It'll drop by the 348 marker. Well struck off his bat, and this one will be an RBI double, bringing in Dreiling. Dreiling's 2nd run of the day. Jeminian now with 3 RBIs. 15-3 Larks. They have scored 1 run in the 3rd and 6th innings, 3 runs in the 4th, 6 in the 5th, now 4 in the 7th. Bottom of the order, it's Hunter Rawson. Larks have had 2 innings, starting off with a leadoff triple. This one was started by Tarosian after Hutchison led off the 5th with a triple. Hutch followed up with a double. LaRue was hit. Trailing singled. Jaslov sacrifice fly. Halter ground out. Jemenian double. Rawson at the plate will now be 1 for 2 after grounding out to Toby. A single and a walk, and 2 runs scored for him today. Leo Jemenian will be left at second base in his final game before heading to the European Championships. He will finish out the season. Later on, be back around the 18th. But for now, Larks will lead it 15-3 after scoring 4 in the 7th as we go to the bottom half of the inning. Bottom of the 7th, Rose back to the bump for his 3rd inning. Struck out the last 3 he faced. Misses low here, 1-0 counts to Michael Weiner, who's grounded out to LaRue, and Rice, he's 0 for 2 in the day. Larks have faced 3 over the minimum through the first 6, had 3 straight 1-2-3 innings from innings 3 to 5, 2 from Hendon, and then 1 from Rose. Rose allowed a leadoff double in the 6th, and then left that guy at second base, striking out Konofsky, Duran, O'Sullivan in order. 2-0 count, Rose from the windup. This one in the zone for a called strike. As long as Rose doesn't throw 30 pitches this inning, he will stay below his pitch counts and gets a ground ball foul 2-2. Rose at 35 pitches, 60% of them in the zone. He's given up just 1 hit, no runs, no walks, striking out 4 Dodge City A's, and has struck out 4 of his last 5 faced. Looking to make it 5 here. The 2-2 is swung and miss, and he will strike out his 5th of the day, 4th in a row. Dodge down to their final 2 outs. Zazzarino to the box, the 8th spot on the order, grounded out Cicada Brown for the first out of the 2nd inning, and then struck out against Sam Hendon, was the last batter Hendon faced before tossing the rock over to Brady Rose. He was Hendon's lone strikeout of the day. 1 away, bases empty in the bottom of the 7th in a 12-run ball game. Rose misses outside 1-0. That double from Ramirez was the first hit Brady Rose had allowed on the bump since June 23rd after facing off Dodge on the 26th. No hits. Fort Collins on the 1st. No hits. 2-1 count. He fell behind Weiner, but then worked a strike out against him. So hopefully I can do the same here against Zazzarino. Denbo on deck. Sandoval in the hole for Dodge City. Called strike 2. 2-2 count. 1 away. Bases empty. Rose out of Dallas Baptist Played in 9 games for the Larks in 2020. One of them a start. Going 1-0 for the Birds. Swing and a miss. He has struck out 5 straight, and Dodge kind of starting to look like Fort Collins, where they just could not touch number 17. 2 away, bottom of the order, Brock Dembo. We will have a pinch hitter for him. It is Andrew Ramirez out of Walnut, California. Goes to South Hills High School. So Dembo will finish his day 0 for 2.
Now in the bat for the A's, number 2, Andrew Ramirez.
Ramirez this year playing in his 17th game. He is 12 for 50 at the plate, batting .240 with 14 runs driven in and 12 runs scored. He's looking to break Brady Rose out of a groove, and the first pitch home will miss low and inside. 1-0 counts. Dodge with just 3 hits today, 2 in the first inning, then 1 in the last inning. He walked once, scored 3 runs, and left 3 on the base paths. Fly ball out of play, 1-1 goes the counts. Larks again off tomorrow. Back in Larks Park on Friday. It'll be good to be back home as we take on the Springs for 3 games. Off-speed fools Ramirez, and we're down to the final strike of the day. Swing and a miss. Brady Rose strikes out the side. Finishes striking out 6 in a row and 6 of his last 7. And smiles at his dugout as he gets a great inning against the Dodge Days, who just cannot hang with them. Larks win it 15-3 here at Cavalier Field in Dodge City. They have won all 3 games at the ballpark this season. After not playing them the past 2 years, the rivalry's back on, and the Larks have won 4 out of the 5 games against the A's this season. We're 20-6 this year now, 13-3 in league play. In second place, 1.5 games back on a 4-game winning streak, and have won 7 of the last 8. A's fall to 10-15, 7-9 in league play. They're in 4th place, 7.5 back, and have lost 6 of their last 7. Final numbers for the Larks: 16 hits, 6 walks, 15 runs. They leave 9 on the base paths. Dodge gets 3 hits, a walk, 3 runs, leave 3 on the base paths, and strike out for the last 7 outs of the ball game. Larks win it by 12 here. Big day from Leo Jiminian as he picks up 3 runs driven in and 2 runs scored. Jackson Halter's courtesy runner scored 3 times for him. Jazz Levin Drawling each with 2 runs scored, and Palmer Hutchison with 2 runs driven in. Sam Hinton gets the win for the Larks. And Brady Rose comes in and throws the last 3 and helps the Larks get the 15-3 win after the Cade Brown 2-inning start. Larks off tomorrow. We'll be back at Larks Park on Friday. First pitch at 7 p.m. against the Colorado Springs Outlaws. So the Larks run ruled 11-0 on the 4th of July. So we'll see you then. Larks looking to win their 2nd straight against them and win their 5th straight on the season. Hayes wins it here 15-3. We'll see you Friday. This has been Carson Ackerman on the call. We'll see you Friday on Larks Network.